Now with the area's most accurate forecast, Storm Tracker 59.
Good Friday morning, everybody. I'm meteorologist Mike Slifer. Welcome back to 59 News. I do want to talk a bit about what's going on in the tropics. I've seen a lot of different news articles and things like that being shared about what's going on with Florence, as well as some more tropical development. So first and foremost, let's talk about Tropical Storm Florence. This is just looking at the tropical conditions, and where you see the red is where we see favorable conditions for a storm to intensify. So it does look like as Florence moves off into the warmer waters, it will be able to re-intensify. It was dropped down to a tropical storm overnight. We also see two new waves of low pressure moving off the coast of Africa, and both of those have a pretty good shot at becoming an organized tropical system. One is now west of the Cabo Verde Islands, and one is just off the coast of Africa, so we will continue to track these. And of course, we are still tracking Florence. Like I just said, it was downgraded to a tropical storm overnight, but watch what happens here as we get into the weekend. We watch it move off to the west. It pushes through that dry air and slowly starts to strengthen again as it moves into favorable conditions and becomes a Category 1 hurricane. Beyond that, it looks like it could strengthen into a Category 2 storm, and it's possible that once it gets into the central Atlantic Ocean, where we see a lot of heat and some more favorable conditions for that strengthening, it could even become a major hurricane again. So we will continue to track Florence. There is still a lot of uncertainty as to where this storm will go. So if you're starting to see some of those headlines that say it's a guaranteed hit for parts of the East Coast, don't listen to those. We will continue to track it here through the weekend. We should have a better idea of what to expect next week. And as we get closer and closer to September 10th, that is the peak of hurricane season in the Atlantic Ocean. So it looks like we are right on par with that. I do think that we will keep some of the tropical activity around for the second half of the month. To take things back home, though, we're off to a dry start. The Storm Tracker 59 HD Dual Live Doppler over the last hour really not showing much activity at all. We keep things pretty quiet, and as we get into the afternoon, that's when we start to ramp up those shower chances. The HRRR here is a very high resolution model. It's very good with short-term forecasts. You'll notice it does keep us dry through the morning hours. I think that's pretty good. It's this afternoon where we really start to ramp up those shower chances. Could see some activity through Pocahontas County starting at 1 o'clock, and the later we get into the day, the more likely it is we start to fire off some showers and thunderstorms, mainly along the ridge lines to start, and then after that is where we start to see things become a bit more widespread. A rainy weekend expected, 60% chance of showers both tomorrow and Sunday as our temperatures start to drop back into the 70s. We do slowly dry things up by the middle of next week, and at the end of next week we've got those 20% chances of a shower here or there, but I do think our pattern will ultimately favor some drier conditions. In Casey, it will be nice to get a break from the rain and enjoy some of that sunshine.